What's going on YouTube? It's Matty Milligan, and today we're going to talk about how to estimate your startup costs and how much it actually costs to get started with an e-commerce business. When it comes to starting an e-commerce business, there's really a lot more you need to consider than just how much money it actually costs to get started. You really need to figure out what your goals are and what you're willing to risk before you can actually make your business profitable. The most important things you need to determine are why you want to start a business, how much effort it's actually going to take to achieve your goals, what your personal level of risk tolerance is, and finally, what the end game looks like. Figuring out your personal why is the first step towards achieving long-term success. Now, there's many reasons why people do start businesses, but I honestly believe there's one single reason, and that's freedom. Whether it's financial freedom, whether it's freedom of control to create something awesome and express yourself through your brand, or maybe it's just you want to have more freedom and time to spend with your family. Figuring out your why is the first important step because this is going to help drive you to take massive action, and it's really going to help you stay committed towards achieving your goals. The next thing I would recommend figuring out is how much time you're willing to spend on your business and what you're willing to sacrifice in order to grow and scale your business. You can't be playing hours of Call of Duty every night or binge watching endless seasons of Netflix. If you want a successful business, you have to sacrifice and give up certain things in order to succeed in e-commerce. You'll also need to figure out how risk averse you are and how comfortable you are losing money so you can sleep properly at night. For most people, their fear of loss is greater than their fear of gain, so this is really where self-awareness comes into play, and you'll need to figure out if you're the type of person that likes to gamble when the stakes are high, or if you're the type of person that likes to play it safe and needs a little bit more security when it comes to your money. Finally, you need to have a crystal clear mental image and visualize what you want your lifestyle to look like in the future, because this is going to help you stay motivated and keep you focused on your goals. You really need to imagine yourself in the future and begin with the end of mind. Think of yourself down the line, whether it's a month from now, whether it's a year from now, whether it's 5 years from now, 10 years, 20, 50, etc. Start with the end in mind. When you know where you want to end up, this really gives you direction and it aligns your actions with your goals, which ultimately leads to taking more responsibility for your life, having personal integrity, and making better decisions focused on the long term of your business. Now that we've covered all your goals, let's talk about how much money it actually costs to get started with an e-commerce business. If you're planning on building the next Amazon or Facebook, you're probably going to need a lot more capital for your startup than, let's say, if you were to just start a simple and basic drop shipping business. A quality e-commerce store doesn't necessarily need to be expensive or costly if you're just starting out, and if you have any sort of business or you have any sort of technology skills, then it's not going to cost as much if you're willing to put in the hard work and really build it yourself. For your first online business, I would highly recommend you budget for $1,000 to $2,000 for your first e-commerce store, and this is really going to help you register your business. It's going to help you pay for all the software. It's going to help you with your marketing. It's going to help you with your advertising. It's going to help you with any sort of overhead and unforeseen costs you might have had. Just all the basic things to sort of get you started and so you can start selling online and actually making sales, which is the most important part. If you don't have that many technical skills, I would recommend increasing your budget to probably $5,000 to $10,000 to maybe even $15,000, because you'll probably need to hire someone like me to actually initially set up your website and show you how everything works, so you understand all the basics so you don't get frustrated along the way. I've seen cases though where people don't spend a single cent on their business and they've already had sales, and this is very rare, honestly. This is mostly business consultants and coaches where they already have a lot of skills and they're already experts in their industry and they already have a lot of great salesmanship skills, so it's not as hard for those people, to be honest, to make sales before they've actually registered their business or built their website. I would also highly recommend you calculate something called your burn rate, which is how long your company can stay afloat before it completely runs out of money. Don't wait until it's too late or when you're in trouble to start thinking about an exit plan. Planning this sort of thing in advance really gives you the time to do it right. It helps you maximize your returns and it really helps you mitigate your losses as well. Now, let's say your startup idea is more more complex and it actually does require a lot more capital to get started, I would look into things like business grants, and this will depend based on your financial needs, your industry, and your location. You obviously also have the option to look for venture capitalists or angel investors. The downside of this, though, would be that you need to give up some of the equity of your company to these people. That's my opinion on how much money I think it's actually going to cost you to get started selling online or starting your own e-commerce business, and I hope you were able to adopt a better mindset so you can start thinking more like an entrepreneur. As per usual, what I want you to do right now is I want you to like, comment, and subscribe below. This is Matty Milligan. I really thank you so much for watching. I will catch you on the flip side. Peace.